Penguin Random House Audio presents Hausfrau by Jill Alexander Essbaum. Read for you by Mozhan Marnò. For My Father, Jim Schultz, 1942 to 1999. When the morning skies grow red, and o'er us their radiance shed, Thou, O Lord, appeareth in their light. When the Alps glow bright with splendor, pray to God, to Him surrender. For you feel and understand, that He dwelleth in this land, First verse of the Schweizer Psalm, the Swiss national anthem. Like everything metaphysical, the harmony between thought and reality is to be found in the grammar of the language. Ludwig Wittgenstein. A man who has not passed through the inferno of his passions has never overcome them. Carl Jung. Love is a fire, but whether it is going to warm your hearth or burn down your house, you can never tell. Joan Crawford. September. 1. Anna was a good wife. Mostly. It was mid-afternoon, and the train she rode first wrenched then eased around a bend in the track before it pulled into Bahnhof Dietlikon at 34 past the hour, as ever. It's not just an adage, it's an absolute fact. Swiss trains run on time. The S8 originated in Pfäffikon, a small town 30 kilometers away. From Pfäffikon, its route sliced upward along the shores of the Zürichsee, through Horgen on the lake's west bank, through Thalwil, through Kilchberg, tiny towns in which tiny lives were led. From Pfäffikon, the train made 16 stops before it reached Dietlikon, the tiny town in which Anna's own tiny life was led. Thus, the ordinary fact of a train schedule modulated Anna's daily plans. Dietlikon's bus didn't run into the city. Taxicabs were expensive and impractical. And while the Bentz family owned a car, Anna didn't drive. She did not have a license. So her world was tightly circumscribed by the comings and goings of locomotives, by the willingness of Bruno, Anna's husband, or Ursula, Bruno's mother, to drive her places unreachable by bus, and by the engine of her own legs and what distance they could carry her, which was rarely as far as she'd have liked to go. But Swiss trains really do run on time, and Anna managed with minimal hassle. And she liked riding the trains. She found a lulling comfort in the way they rocked side to side as they moved forward. Edith Hummer, another expatriate, once told Anna that there was only one reason the Swiss trains ever ran late: when someone jumps in front of one. Frau Dr. Messerli asked Anna if she had ever considered or attempted suicide. Yes, Anna admitted to the first question. And to the second, define attempt. Dr. Messerli was blonde, small-bodied, and of an ambiguous but late middle age. She saw clients in an office on Trittligasse, a cobbled, lightly trafficked street just west of Zurich's art museum. She'd studied medical psychiatry in America, but had received her analytic training at the Jung Institute in Kusnacht, a Zurich municipality not less than 7 kilometers away. Swiss by birth, Dr. Messerli nonetheless spoke an impeccable, if heavily accented, English. Her W's masqueraded as V's, and her vowels were as open and elongated as parabolic arches. "What do you think, Anna?" she'd often ask, usually when Anna was least likely to give an honest answer. There was a television commercial that promoted a well-known language school. In the ad, a novice naval radio operator is shown to his post by his commanding officer. Seconds into his watch, the receiver pings. "Mayday, Mayday," a markedly American voice grates through the speaker. "Can you hear us? We are sinking, we are sinking." The operator pauses, then leans towards his transmitter and replies, quite graciously, "This is the German Coast Guard." And then,
What are you thinking about?
Anna would invariably shrug a sluggard's shrug and speak the only words that seemed worth speaking. I don't know. Except, of course, Anna most always did. It was a drizzly afternoon. Swiss weather is mutable, though rarely extreme in Canton Zurich, and typically not in September. It was September, for Anna's sons had already returned to school. From the station, Anna walked slowly the culpable half-kilometer up Dietlikon's center street, lingering over shop windows, biding small bits of time. All postcoital euphorics had evaporated, and she was left with the reins of ennui, slack in her hand. This wasn't a feeling she was new to. It was often like this, a languor that dragged and jaded. The optometrist's on-sale eyeglass display dulled her. She yawned at the apotheca's pyramid of homeopathic remedies. The bin of discount dish towels by the Spar bored her nearly beyond repair. Boredom, like the trains, carried Anna through her days. Is that true? Anna thought. That can't be entirely true. It wasn't. An hour earlier, Anna lay naked, wet, and open, atop a stranger's bed in an apartment in Zurich's Niederdorf district, 4 stories above the old town's wending alleys and mortared stone streets, upon which kiosks vended doner kebabs and bistros served communal pots of melted Emmental. What little shame I had before is gone, she thought. Is there a difference between shame and guilt? Anna asked.
Shame is psychic extortion, Dr. Messerly answered. Shame lies. Shame a woman and she will believe she is fundamentally wrong, organically delinquent. The only confidence she will have will be in her failures. You will never convince her otherwise.
It was almost 3 p.m. when Anna reached her son's school. Primar Schuledorf was positioned next to the town square, between the library and a 300-year-old house. A month earlier on the Swiss national holiday, the square was thick with citizens eating sausages and swaying like drunkards to the live music of a folk band under a sky made bright with fireworks. During army maneuvers, soldiers parked supply trucks in sloppy diagonals next to the square's central fountain, which on summer days would be filled with splashing naked children whose mothers sat on nearby benches, reading books and eating yogurt. Bruno had finished his reserve duty years earlier. All that was left of the experience was an assault rifle in the basement. As for Anna, she didn't care for paperbacks, and when her sons wanted to swim, she took them to the city pool. That day, the traffic in the square was thin. A trio of women chatted in front of the library. One pushed a stroller, another held a leash at the end of which panted a German shepherd, and a final one simply stood with empty hands. They were mothers waiting on their children, and they were younger than Anna by a factor of 10 years. They were milky and buoyant in places where Anna felt curdled and sunken. They wore upon their faces, Anna thought, a luminous ease of being, a relaxed comportment, a native glow. Anna rarely felt at ease inside her skin. I am tight-faced and 37 years, Anna thought. I am the sum of all my twitches. One mother tossed her a wave and a genuine, if obligatory, smile. She'd met this stranger in her German class. But Anna, his cock's been in your mouth, she reminded herself. He's not really a stranger anymore. And he wasn't. He was Archie Sutherland, Scotsman, expatriate, and, like Anna, language student. Anna Bentz, language student. It was Dr. Messerly who had encouraged her to take the German course. And, by a backspin of redoubtable irony, it was Bruno who'd insisted she see a psychotherapist. I've had enough of your fucking misery, Anna. Go fix yourself, is what he'd said to her. Dr. Messerly then handed Anna a schedule of classes and said,
It's time you steer yourself into a trajectory that will force you into participating more fully with the world around you.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?